To a developing story still tonight. A Capitol police officer is dead. Another is fighting for his life after an attack at a security checkpoint near the Capitol building.
WGN's Zana Rebick has been following this story for us and joins us with the latest.
Well, we now know the identities of both the suspect and the police officer killed, who is right here, William Evans. Now, the second injured officer's name has not been released yet as lawmakers react to today's deadly attack and raise concerns about security at the Capitol.
It is with a very, very heavy heart that I announce one of our officers has succumbed to his injuries.
An 18-year veteran of the force, Officer William "Billy" Evans, died after a man rammed his blue Nissan Altima into Evans and another officer, then hit a concrete barrier at the north barricade of the U.S. Capitol.
The suspect did exit the vehicle with a knife in hand, and at that time he started to lunge toward, run aggressively toward U.S. Capitol Police Office.
A large police procession escorted Officer Evans' body from George Washington University Hospital as authorities identified the suspect as 25-year-old Noah Green. He was not known to police and a motive is yet to be determined, but on social media, Green described himself as a follower of the Nation of Islam and spoke of going through difficult times, saying he was recently unemployed after he left his job due to, quote, afflictions, and that he was in search of a spiritual journey.
It does not appear to be terrorism related, but obviously we'll continue to investigate to see if there's some type of nexus along those lines.
We know that we need to reinforce the security perimeter. My understanding is that part of the security perimeter was relaxed today, and perhaps we're going to have to revisit this.
The Capitol was placed on lockdown this afternoon, and tonight members of the National Guard were seen securing the perimeter. This attack comes 3 months after a mob of insurrectionists stormed the Capitol. Following that incident, security fencing was installed but recently taken down. Some lawmakers are questioning that move.
It was recently, and it was too soon. I think what we needed was some sort of compromise. Obviously, it wasn't, particularly eye-appealing, but given the threats, it's something I think we should live with until we have a better long-term solution.
What happened today was much different than what I witnessed on the House floor and evacuating from the House floor on January 6th. Let's not equate the two. Let's also not forget the fact that the tragedy happened today because of a lone wolf. We'll get more information about him in the future, but this man took away an innocent and brave life.
Now, Congress is in recess and most lawmakers are home in their districts for the Easter holiday, but we are told a few of them were actually in the Capitol building and placed on that lockdown. Now, President Biden, though, had just left the White House for Camp David when this all happened, and he released a statement later this afternoon.
Okay, and they're right. Well, a lot more to come, more news to come on this. Okay, thank you.
Now to a story that has a lot of people